Hey! What is going on, guys? This is Jason with Jadren Aquatics. Thanks for hanging out with me in the fish room today. So today we're going to do a little bit of an update. I got some new fish in. I got one specific new guppy that is... it's cool. This thing is blowing my mind how cool this thing is. I didn't get a lot of them, so they're not going to last long, but I'll go around and I'll show those to you guys. But before we do that, we have a big show coming up. It's the DFW something Aquatic Expo 2021. This thing is going to be huge. We're in a 5,000 square foot building. It's $5 to get in. There's going to be a ton of vendors. There's going to be a lot of people that show up to this thing. You do not want to miss this. I'll show you. I'll link you the I'll show you the picture of the flyer so you guys can see it. It'll actually be in Arlington on Cooper Street. If you guys want anything that I'm currently selling, you can place an order online and you can choose local pickup, and then be sure and put it in the notes that you actually want to pick it up from the show. I'll remind you again in a week or so because we're still kind of early, but you want to be sure and get this on your calendar. Even if you guys are from a few hours away, Oklahoma, Louisiana, you want to make it to this because there's going to be a lot of stuff there. There's even going to be some saltwater people that are set up selling. So it's going to be really, really cool. These shows are just absolutely taking off in this area. So I'm super, super excited. And you guys remember a few years ago I would talk about how everything was just dead here. There were no shows to do. Well, everything is just completely and totally changed, and it makes the hobby so much more fun. All right, so let's go around. Let me show you some of the new things we got, show you some of the things that are going on here in the new fish room. All right, so let's start here with the fish that I'm most excited about. These are Blue Dragon Guppies. These things are spectacular. I hope the camera is picking up just how metallic the top of these things are. It's like a metallic turquoise. And then of course the finish on these things is absolutely beautiful. And then even the females, which is probably kind of hard to see, have a big, beautiful blue kind of mosaic tail on them also. I mean, these guys look so good. Again, I didn't get that many of them, so they're not going to last long. But this is a beautiful, beautiful guppy. All right, the next guppy that we have, these are the blue lace. There's a lot of tannins in this water, so it's kind of hard to pick up the blue that's in them. But another just beautiful, beautiful fish. Again, as I tell you guys all the time, all the guppies that I sell are all bred here in local waters. None of this stuff is import. A lot of probably 95% of the guppies that you see for sale online in any way, shape, or form are almost all imports. There's very few people that are actually breeding them here locally. So that's a big deal when it comes to, you know, survivability of guppies, because guppies, man, they struggle. I can't tell you how many hundreds I've had die on me that are imports. Let me show you some close-ups of these guys. All right, the next one we got, these are the Pingu Guppies. These are ones I don't actually know a lot about yet. I know they're fairly popular. I think they're typically kind of a smaller guppy, but they've got that beautiful yellow coloring on them. Again, as you can see, I didn't get a whole lot of them in, but let me show you guys some better close-up versions of these guys. All right, these are some ones that I finally got back in again. These are everyone's favorites. These are the Turkana Jewels. These are the ones that get super, super red, as you guys have probably seen in some of my other videos. This is just a beautiful fish, and it's not like your typical jewels. These things are nowhere as aggressive like the normal jewels that'll just kill each other. These guys coexist very, very well. They can get a little chasey with other fish in the aquarium, but man, the red these things get is just absolutely just beautiful. And then we also we got in some more Goodieds. These are the split tails. These guys are live bearers, just a cool looking fish. And then one other thing that I got in that I've never actually seen before are these blue neon gobies. If I can get it to focus on them, because it wants to focus on all the fish that are there instead. Here's one kind of up front here. The fish will get out of the way. These guys are really cool, and they've got this kind of fluorescent blue stripe that goes across their back. And from what I understand, I think it's the males are the ones that get the brighter blue stripe. So these guys are out of quarantine now, and so they are going to be up on the website for sale if you guys are interested in these also. And then here are some Cory Cats that I have. These are the punctatus. You can see these guys are all full grown. So these are all adults. Just a really cool, beautiful looking Cory Cat. All right, and so some of the other stuff that I wanted to update you guys on, over here, this is the quarantining area that I just finally got set up. I got to get some more tanks on there, so everything that's in here is currently in quarantine. There's no light over here, so it's hard to see. We've got some, there's some blue rams in there. There's some tank raised cardinals. There's some ember tetras. There's a bunch of other stuff in there also. Again, anything that I get in that is import, I'll quarantine these guys for 2 weeks. I also medicate them to make sure that they're in the best health possible before I actually sell them to you guys. And then also I've been working on getting into some other dry goods. So one of the first ones that I've gotten into is rapashi. Rapashi is one of my favorite types of foods to feed because almost everything in the tank just absolutely devours this stuff. It's the type where you take a powder and you actually mix it with hot water and it forms kind of a gelatin, sort of a jello type food that you can cut off and put into the tank. But it comes in lots of different types. You know, some of them that are more specific to Placostomus. But sometimes what I do is I'll actually mix multiple ones of these together. So when I put it in there, it provides everything that the tank needs. This is kind of a cool one here. This is called Spawn and Grow. This is actually really good when you get fish in that are kind of skinny. They'll eat this thing up because it's got a lot of protein in it. It'll help fatten them up, and it's also really good to be able to prepare ones that you're trying to get to spawn, to try to get those females all loaded up with eggs. On all of my dry goods, what I'm doing, it's just a $5 flat rate shipping, but if you order over $50, then it's free shipping, and again, that's just on dry goods. I'm working on getting some more stuff in, so if you guys got any suggestions on dry goods that you want me to carry, maybe some other fish foods. And then over here, you see I've just got my last rack set up. So that one's going to start having some tanks on it, so I can get that expanded to get some more. Then I have another rack that I got to get set up. I'm not exactly sure where I'm putting it at yet, but things are going really, really well up here. Thank you guys so much for your support. I really appreciate it. I never thought this would turn into what it's actually turned into, and it's 100% because of you guys, because of your support, because I don't do anything other than just make videos. I haven't done anything to try to push the fish and stuff that I'm selling, and so it's all of you guys that have been helping me out. So if you guys got any questions or comments, be sure and leave it down below. So thanks again, guys, and God bless.